Second vlog. I took a week off filming because I needed to sort of reevaluate what my weekly schedule was gonna look like. I've gone through a couple of iterations as we've been like working up to filming and then getting toward posting now and what that's gonna look like realistically for me. So I took a day or two last week to work out sort of how do I format this to where I have a video within a week and a half of starting to film, but also I'm not feeling like I'm only editing all the time, because that's how I was starting to feel like before the first video, like before filming it. I had already been practicing filming and editing for almost a month. So I have a lot of footage that was just like me practicing talking to the camera that I was then using to practice editing, and I'd be editing for like 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, trying to learn how to do it, figure out a style that I liked, getting faster at it. And so I was pretty burnt out on filming and editing last week. And I just realized that like I needed a more sustainable, like realistic schedule to make this work. And so I did end up doing that. What it kind of looks like is I have like a week 1, week 2 workflow. I'm not gonna show it because I don't know, I feel kind of weird about just putting my schedule out there on the internet. But the gist of it is that in week 1, I focus on filming the things that I'm doing and then doing the majority of the editing, mostly in like the evenings and on Wednesday, Friday when my partner is working from home. And then hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, the week after, all I need to do is just in the evening work on finishing it up, packaging it, and getting it ready to upload, which to me feels much more sustainable, because then that second week I'm not filming. Like I'll do some ideating on what I would like the video that I film for the week after to be, but most of the time that I would normally be filming that second week is just me living my life. Like working on stuff for this and for this sort of self-artist business thing that I eventually will have, hopefully, if that makes sense. It's hard for me to talk about it because I don't really know what it's going to become at this moment. But also I realized that if I was filming every week to make a video every week, I would just run out of things to talk about. There are a lot of things I feel like about being an artist that are just like boring over time. Or not like boring, but just if you had to watch it over and over and over again, it would get so repetitive. I think just having some space to be able to come up with more ideas for things to show you guys, and just having time to work on projects. Like last week was the first time in a couple of weeks that I actually had time to fully work on projects, and I had some ideas and it was just fun to draw again. Also, what I did last week was I spent some time decorating the office. So I have like, I'm trying to very gently show you, but I built this bookshelf, and then I have a big project I did was painting these frames for my apple cheeks prints I'm gonna put on the wall. They took longer than I thought. It really took me about 45 minutes to an hour to paint each one, and they're not even like perfect coats of paint. It's mostly just that I didn't want to get paint everywhere, so I had to work very slowly and just the shapes are weird. I also had a mishap where one of them I painted dark blue, and I woke up the next day and it was just flaky everywhere, all over, blue everywhere. My nail, like this nail is still partially blue from cleaning. It was a mess. It took me 2 hours to clean. That was my project, was working on these frames. So let's see, I've talked about the schedule that I was working on. I'm pointing at it because I have it hung up on the wall. And then I was working on the frames, I built the shelf, I actually reorganized the office, so I've like rearranged where things are. I think it was just a lot of like thinking about, okay, like now that I have a pretty good handle on filming and editing, how do I want to make this sustainable for a long-term practice? And so I know that the schedule I made now will change later, and that's fine. But I think it's important when you, like, especially when you're working for yourself, if your schedule for the week is not working, change it. Just make something else. It can be frustrating because, like, you know, this schedule I'm on is like the 3rd or the 4th iteration of a work from home schedule for what I want to do. That is just going to happen. You just are going to have to make changes or it's not going to be sustainable. Moving on, so this week I am filming. It's the week of March 10th, and I'll be filming today, tomorrow, and some of Thursday. I do have to go to a doctor's appointment on Thursday, so I might not film a ton. This week, I'm mostly going to be working on video 1. Video 1 is finished. I want to do like a final pass of like the actual edits and just make sure that I like everything, that I like they're not like subtitles, but I did add some captions, and I want to make sure that I'm happy with the things that the captions say. I was using or like watching a Skillshare class about editing in DaVinci because I'm using the free version of DaVinci Resolve to edit, and so I want to finish that. The big chunky part that I have left is about color grading, and so I don't know how to color grade, so I want to finish watching that and then color grade video 1 and just like have it finished and start packaging it and stuff. So I think that's probably the majority of what I'm gonna be working on today. I don't know how much of that I'll film. I'll probably get like a little bit. I want to finish the video because it's just been sitting unfinished for like a week or two now, which it was a 6-hour class. I think I have 2 hours of the class left, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing I want to get done hopefully today, because I'm hoping that finishing the Skillshare class and color grading video 1 I can do today and have it finished before like 3. It's like 1 now, I think. But the other thing I want to do is these frames that I finished painting. I want to hang them on the wall. I don't think I'm going to need to, what is the word? Varnish? I don't think I'm gonna have to varnish them because the paint seems to be staying fine, and I don't anticipate that they're gonna get like banged on or anything on the wall. I want to try to hang them so that I have more decor on the walls. And then I was like writing about this earlier. Yeah, that's basically everything I have written down for today. It's just finishing the Skillshare class, color grading video 1, and then hanging these pictures. I'm also hoping to have a little sketch time. Hopefully, it's hard. There's a lot of things that I want to do. As long as I finish the DaVinci class today and color grading today, then I will have time to draw tomorrow. So we'll see. Happy week 2. Let's go. It's gonna be a lot more complicated than I thought, I think. No. I did it. It's done. It's color graded. I spent 5 hours learning how to do that. It's my like first time color grading, so I'm like, well, I don't know, it'll be what it's gonna be. I think it looks good. White balance and exposure and things are always sort of confusing for me because then I get like into the colors and I'm like, ooh, you know, what can I do with this? I think I landed on like a purpley kind of warm sunsetty color palette for my videos, which I think will be nice. Just like kind of relaxing, a little bit artsy. I think I felt like the raw colors of the footage was a little bit harsh for the vibe. Also, when I got like the kind of dim lighting, it looked amazing. But the sunshine lighting is a little more variable. I'm sure I'll figure it out as I go. It was hard. It took a long time. There was a part where I was like showing my iPad and then I kept moving and I was trying to mask it so you could see the colors better, so it looks like a mess. If you watched it and you noticed the masking, I'm so sorry. I tried my best. Because I spent like 5 hours doing this, it's now almost 6. I don't want to film the whole time because I don't want to edit 5 hours of footage of me learning how to color grade, and I'm sure you don't want to watch 5 hours of me learning how to color grade. So besides the couple of clips that I took in the beginning, I didn't film anything else. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out where to hang these little poster things, and maybe I'll build like a Lego set and watch some TV. That sounds good. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to actually plan it out a little bit more, so I'm gonna do something else. Because there's like an odd number of prints, I'm not sure how I want to lay them out on the wall, and I have another like pushpin board to put up and a big poster, so I don't want to do it on a whim, so I'm gonna give up. Ta-da! It's done! So I'm kind of glad that I didn't work on hanging the picture frames, because this took me like an hour. But it's good. It'll be like first Lego decoration thing that'll go on my shelf, and I'm glad I treated it like a work thing because it took me so long. But I'm gonna put this on the shelf, and then I'm gonna be done for the day. So I'll see you tomorrow. Here we go. Oh, ta-da! Look how cute that is. So cute. And then I have all this space to put more stuff. It really, wow, it really looks so lonely right there. But we'll have more later. Ooh, I spent the morning doing a final pass of vlog 1, and I'm honestly really happy with it. When I was doing my like mad crunch of color grading yesterday, I was like, ooh, I don't know. Having just that like confidence slump of like, is this gonna be really good? Well, not even just really good. Is this good? Are people going to like it? Do I like it? And then going back this morning without feeling the need to color grade. Like I did fix one section of color grading, which was good. Just looking at it again and watching it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. There isn't a lot of art in it, but that is not a problem to me, I think, because sometimes you just have weeks where you draw more than other times. And I also feel like decorating the space is important. Honestly, I feel like the footage I took yesterday after I was done color grading for 5 hours straight was sort of like a fever dream, because I was like, I feel like I need to do more, but I'm really tired. Today, however, I am thinking that I'm going to hang up the prints. This one is a smaller size than the rest of them. It's actually a thank you card from Apple Cheeks from when I ordered the prints that are like the majority of what I want to hang on the wall. Like, look at this. Look how nice that looks. So I framed it. I want to hang it somewhere, but I need to figure out where to hang it. I might even just put it on the shelf. Maybe. I don't know. But it is like a different size from the rest of them, and so I need to figure out where it's gonna go. The other ones are all like this size, and so the only thing is like there's 7 of them. So I have to figure out if I'm gonna, maybe rather than putting them all together, I might do like a set of 4 in one area and then a set of 3 on like the other side of the room or something. But I would like to hang these today so that there's like more going on in the background. I'm hoping like over the first couple of vlogs we'll get to a place where like the office looks kind of put together rather than just like blank wall, which it was for the first like 4 weeks where I was practicing filming. Yeah, so I want to figure out how to put these up. And then I want to do some drawing today. I am going to edit later, maybe. I don't want to draw too much because I do have carpal tunnel in both of my hands. Anyway, I am very happy with the first vlog. The only thing I have left to do with the first vlog is I just need to make a thumbnail and then export and upload it into YouTube and figure out all the stuff that I need to do for YouTube. But I do want to have a second vlog finished before I post the first one. That way I'm at least like 2 weeks ahead in the work schedule. And if I need to take like a week off here or 2 weeks off somewhere, then I'll at least have a video ready to go. It does mean that we will be 2 weeks behind, or maybe like a month behind. But I feel like that's okay because my other social media stuff will be more recent. So I think it'll balance out. But just for the sake of YouTube, I think this will work out a little bit better. So hopefully it's not too jarring that like we're a month behind as I'm posting videos. I was really glad with my color grading. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I landed on this like purple shadows, pink midtones, like magenta-y midtones, and then like orangey highlights. And it has this like soft look that I really like. Like, yeah, I like the regular color balancing and everything. Well, I don't know. I like the look of raw footage, but I feel like I liked this a little bit more because it felt more stylized and just like, I want sort of a vibe in my videos. I don't feel like I'm making a lot of sense, so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. It just looks nice. It's like soft and pretty, and I'm like, well, I'll do it for now. And then, you know, if I decide to change it later, maybe I'll change it later. I did want to note, I know it looks like I'm wearing like a 7-Eleven shirt right now, but I'm actually wearing a cheek face sweatshirt that's supposed to look like 7-Eleven. And it's basically an indie band from LA. That's like one of my favorite indie bands. They're great. You should listen to their albums. They're very funny. Yeah, anyway. So I think I'm gonna work on figuring out where the prints are gonna go, and then doing some drawing, because I have a couple of things that I was working on. I have like a Kiki's Delivery Service print that I was working on from like a screen cap, and I don't know if I'm gonna like sell fandom art. It's sort of hard with all the like legal stuff with it, but I do like making it and sharing it online. So if anything, it'll be a fun thing for you guys to look at later. Okay, I'm gonna work. Well, I'm gonna work more. I was literally talking about Cheek Face, and I just went on Spotify to look at it, and they just released a new album. So I'm gonna listen to the new album while I do this. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna be like this, and then that. I can get behind that. That looks cute. They're like exactly even on both sides, so they're not even with each other. Look at that. Sick. Is it perfect? No, it is not perfect. But I don't care. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think it looks great. There's one that's like slightly lower than the one across from it, but I'm like, if I just don't pay attention to it, I won't notice, because I don't want to fill in the hole and then hammer in another one like right above it. So I'm gonna let it be what it is. But look at that. That looks great. So it's about 5:30 and I need to move on from drawing to editing because we are on a schedule. But I wanted to show you what I've been working on. My phone died in the middle, so I've been charging my phone and then drawing, and I think I made some cool stuff. So I first started in my sketchbook. I have like a love-hate relationship with my sketchbook because it's fun to use traditional media, but I have carpal tunnel, and drawing in regular sketchbooks exacerbates my carpal tunnel sometimes if I don't pay attention to how long I've been working and how I've been working. If I use micron fine liner pens too much, my wrist will go crazy. So I try not to. Basically for me, the wider the tip is, the easier it is for me to use. And honestly, I feel like it's good because then I'm not paying attention to the nitty-gritty details of whatever it is that I'm drawing. I can just be kind of loose and have fun with it. I feel like in general, fine tip things, not for me. Like I have microns and stuff, but I don't use them as often as I'll use like ballpoint pens or like a gel pen. Anything with a tip that rolls and I can use it from any angle, that's great for me. But I was working on this spread, and basically these are some original characters that I've been working with. I call them my party peas. And so this is Tot, Dot, and Spot. I just named them, so I'm still getting used to the names, but I've been working on just doodling them more and giving them personalities. I've been working on character sheets for them where I kind of write down what they're like and what they like to do and if they have pets. Because they're peas, I've been playing around with the idea that they have pet bugs, which I like. I'm still fleshing it out, but it's nice to like continue to draw them and make them more expressive. This isn't my favorite doodle of Spot, but that's okay. Sometimes the sketch just will fail. And then this page, I use these I have these Sharpie S-Note pens. As long as you don't layer them too much, they won't bleed through the paper. Unlike my Ohuhu, is that how you say it? Those like alcohol markers that are really popular, those bleed through like crazy. Like, let me see. When I first got them, because I didn't get them that long ago, I was like playing around and just like drawing some Animal Crossing characters, and you can see that they like bled through like crazy. So I don't like to use those in this sketchbook. I want to get like a marker paper sketchbook to work with those in, but like colored pencil and stuff in here, great. And these Sharpie S-Note pens, perfect. I like the colors. I like that I can layer them and just sort of like, I don't do this very often, but I think I want to do it more, where I just sort of doodle over things, and I think it helps with like perfectionism and keeping things really loose and fun. And so I made this little spread, which is like a mushroom, a worm, a snake with a head that's too fat. But it's cute. It's a nice spread together, like the little characters, and then it's like just sort of freehand, do whatever I want. This sort of thing is great as a warm-up before you start working on your more detailed pieces. Highly recommend. Like, just draw whatever you want. It doesn't have to look amazing. I also really like this frog that I drew on the bottom. Great, super cute. So I drew that, and then I'm gonna try to make this so I don't have to mask the footage when I'm editing. But I was working on this Kiki's, that looks pretty good. I think if I just don't point it at the window, it's great. But this is a Kiki's delivery service, like screen cap. I think drawing this one was pretty popular like sometime in the middle of COVID, but I have honestly tons of screenshots saved to just do studies from, and I really enjoy it. I actually did a Sailor Moon one. You know the one I'm talking about. It was super popular, everyone was drawing it. But I did this earlier when I first started drawing. Yeah, you can see that I signed it 2024. I need to sign the Kiki one. I did this like late 2024, and honestly, the difference between this and when I did it before is crazy. I think I did it like a couple of years ago. 2022, oh my gosh, yeah. The style between the two, this is around the time when I was like trying to have some more time for drawing, and I was trying out like a lineless style, which is cute for some things. Like for my party piece, I really like having a lineless style, and I think having the two is good. Like I like being able to go between the two, but for this, I don't think, it's cute, but it's not really my vibe. So like this in comparison with this, right? Like benefits of both, but this is definitely much more dynamic. And I feel like with like actual characters, like I am not a human character artist. I wanted to be when I was younger, and I have recognized now that they are not my strongest thing to draw. Instead, my strongest thing to draw is like my party piece, literally anything that's not a person. As I'm trying to kind of get behind the personality and the expressiveness of my party piece, I'll do little prints that are like, I don't know, greeting card size or something, and like, come on, look at that, right? So expressive. I realized it when I was working with the lineless style back, you know, like I still really love this print, that I made in 2022, and I may like go back and revisit it for like a 2025 kind of vibe. Oh my god. I know we're like 3 months in, but I'm still not at the point yet where I'm used to saying it's 2025 and not 2024. But this, like, that is so successful for a lineless art style. Like, it's really, really dynamic and cute, and I found that oh, it's dying. My iPad's dying because everything is so full of layers. Let me just plug this in. So with drawing people, a lineless style, not for me. But if I'm drawing like animals or plants or fruits or whatever, then it really works out for the lineless style. So I've decided, like, between the two, that when I'm drawing people, when I want to draw people, because that's not my main thing, I'll stick with like a line style, but I'm trying to keep it like looser and more brushy, because I realized that before, like several years ago, when I was trying to focus more on like figure drawing and stuff, everything was too tight. It was too tight, it looked really stiff, and now I'm trying to just like keep in extra brush strokes, and like, I feel like this is a big taboo, but sometimes not filling in, like not having all of the line art fully connected, it just works better for me. Like, it looks nicer, it's more natural. Does it mean that I have to use the select tool to like fill areas? Yes. But also the brush that I use tends to leave little spots anyway, 'cause it's sort of like a pencil brush. It's the dry ink brush that comes with Procreate, like a default. Having the line art like not be fully like connected, it just works better. And I also feel like I sweat it a lot less. Like it still looks good. Like the Kiki illustration still looks good, even though, like, especially with the hair, I won't always connect everything with the hair. And so sometimes I'm filling an area and I'm like filling out where the edge of part of the face is in the hair. But you know, for my party piece and stuff, like, they're way more expressive and just interesting to look at when they don't have lines. Or like when the lines are more, I'm drawing the legs, or I don't know, in their faces. Like, very specific intentional uses of lines, and them looking a bit more like a 3D shape just works better for me. I don't know. I think both are interesting visually for different reasons. It's 5:30. I'm done now. I'm calling the Kiki print done. I may revisit it. There's something about the lighting that I think I may want to change, but I can't put my finger on like what I want that to be. So I'm just gonna let it sit and then maybe come back to it tomorrow or Thursday. But I'm gonna start editing vlog 2 because I want to get ahead of it. I'll upload the footage and then see if I feel like starting it. If not today, definitely tomorrow is an editing day, so I'll be editing vlog 2 tomorrow and then filming again on Thursday. But I am hoping that I can kind of get ahead. I'm on a schedule. We're on a schedule. We're trying to get things done. Schedule back there. So I'm trying to follow that. I'm gonna get to work, and I don't think I'm gonna film more because the editing is sort of boring, but I will see you on Thursday for at least part of the day. Okay, bye. The background already looks more colorful than it did like last week. Pretty happy about it. It's coming together. Eventually it will be more, but for now, this is great. This is a huge improvement. Anyway, so today I have like I said before, a doctor's appointment that I'm gonna have to interrupt my workday for, and I don't actually know how long it's going to take. So I'm planning for today to just film myself doing a little bit of scribbling, and I don't know, I'm just gonna work on like some art things and then see how the footage turns out and include what is the most interesting, because the video I was editing yesterday, and I'm getting faster at editing, you guys. I got through like 20 minutes of footage finished yesterday in just a couple of hours. So that's nuts. I'm so pleased with myself. Before, it would take me like 7 to 8 hours to get through, like, I don't even have a metric for that, but it just took forever, like several 7 to 8 hour sessions to finish one, like the first video. Amazing. Crazy. Insane. I'm very pleased. And watching the video, I can tell that, one, I'm getting better at it. Like, my feel for beats is improving, and it's just fun. It's just a fun video. Sometimes I wonder if it's gonna be super interesting because it's me being kind of weird and just living life and, I don't know, hanging stuff on the walls, but whatever. I think it's fun. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I'm gonna draw, and since the video is already 20 minutes long, I'm hoping that this part, I don't want the videos to really go over like 35 minutes at most, unless there's something super interesting happening. So for regular things, just to keep them interesting enough, but like, I don't want them to be like too much longer than a regular sitcom, if that makes sense. Part of why I go to YouTube often is because I can watch something I like, and often they're between like 20 and 30 minutes, which is how I like TV to be. That's how I want TV to be. So I'm trying to keep the videos somewhere between like 20 to 35 minutes, not go above that or below. But the good thing is that I think based on how my editing speed is improving, that my 2-week schedule is going to work. I can see it sort of coming together, and it hit me yesterday that because this video is coming together so fast, if I finish editing it tomorrow, I will be posting the first video Wednesday of next week, which is terrifying. I just did the like phone verification thing on YouTube so that I could post longer videos than 15 minutes, but still, it's just like starting to hit me now that this is actually happening and I'm gonna be trying to do this. I'm half terrified and half really excited. My partner keeps reassuring me that like I am entertaining and like the videos are going to be fun. That's all I want. I just want like me to like the product of the videos and for you guys to enjoy watching them. So if that is what happens, then I don't super care about, I mean, of course I care about like metrics, because eventually I would like this to become part of my job. Yeah, eventually being able to monetize would be amazing, but we're not even close to that happening. So I just want us to have a good time. I'm getting nervous. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, this is gonna be a wild ride. I did not think, like, even when we moved here 6, 7, however long ago, however many months ago, that I would actually get to this point. I was really worried that it was gonna collapse and fail, and I wasn't gonna get to the point where like, okay, I'm ready to post a video. But it's getting to the point where I'm almost ready to post a video. That's nuts. Crazy. Anyway, so I'm gonna scribble for a couple of hours and then I need to get ready for the doctor's appointment and go. I may film when I come back. I think it just depends on how much footage, well, how I'm feeling after the appointment and then what I get done now. Because if I get excited about something now, I'll probably come back and work on it. But if I come back and I wasn't feeling what I was working on now and I'm not feeling so great after the appointment, then I'll just work on something else. Like, I'll probably still work, but just do other things. I don't know. Those are my rambly thoughts for today. It's Thursday. I'm gonna get to work. And yeah, you know, I edit that noise out all the time and I keep making that noise, and when I'm in person I do make that noise a lot and I'm like, is that annoying? Like, it's annoying to be on video, is it annoying in person? Oh, whatever. Okay, anyway, let's do it. Hi everyone, it's Editing Autumn. I decided not to film more after my doctor's appointment on Thursday because I was feeling pretty darn icky. I didn't draw, I didn't sketch, I didn't do any editing, I just laid on the couch. I'm not mad about it, I needed it at the time, so that's okay. However, I did end up forgetting that I had not finished the second vlog the week after, and so now this voiceover is being recorded the week that I'm supposed to be filming vlog 3. But you know, sometimes maybe we just need a little bit of chaos, you know? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look into more of my studio decorating and especially my art practice. It was so fun to get to talk about the way I make art, the way I think about just line art and what types of content that I like to draw. It was really nice just to get to explain it, and I hope that you enjoyed that little insight. I'm hoping to provide more, you know, as we go along. And again, if you made it all the way through this video, thank you so much. I know that the video ended up longer than the last one, but I think when I include footage of me drawing, it's just gonna be a little bit longer. I don't know, maybe I'll get a better balance of it as we go along, hopefully, but I mean, I'm still technically kind of in the sweet spot of what I was saying. I cannot believe this is the end of the second vlog. It's pretty crazy to me. I posted the last one as of editing in this voice clip last Wednesday, which is maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, and the response that I got to that video, just in terms of views, oh my god, you guys, I was expecting like 10, maybe 15 views. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure why I lowballed it that much. But when I saw that we were getting like 50 views on the first day, I was losing my mind. Thank you so much. especially if you watch the first one and then now you're watching the second one. Like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that like people watch the first video and then they want to watch the second video. Maybe the novelty of it will wear off at some point, but for now, I'm flabbergasted. Oh man. Anyway, so the footage on the screen now is basically the process of doodling in my sketchbook that I did before I went to the doctor. And on the screen now should be the footage of the sketchbook. Basically like the full spread from that Thursday, and then I flipped back to the spread from Tuesday. If you like the content, whether it's like more vlog style things of, you know, decorating or just fooling around being a goofball in general, or the footage of me making art, and you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And again, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!